Namaste. So the ultimate goal of meditation is to not just transform the mind, but to transcend the mind. Meditation is the supreme practice which allows us to connect into that part of ourself which is transcendent of all aspects of our being and life that are constantly changing and in flux. So in the yoga tradition, we call that field at an individual level Purusha, but on a grander level, Ishvara, this field of all-knowingness, interconnectedness, of which we are a part. And it's only through meditation that we are able, it's only through the mind. Other practices like Yoga Nidra, absolutely. But it's through the pathway of the mind, when the mind slows down, calms down, that we are able to move into that field of knowledge, of potential, of creativity, of joy that exists beyond the limitations of our human form. Because we live in busy times, the mind typically will not go willingly into a still space. We will have to guide it there. So just sitting down and asking the mind to be still is an ineffective strategy for meditation. An effective strategy, an intelligent strategy, is to give the mind initially an object, a sacred object that it can get absorbed into. Now, if that object is truly sacred, then as the mind becomes absorbed into it, eventually it takes on the qualities of that object, that sacred object, and it opens itself up in that way to the sacred, to that field that is beyond the mind. The two primary objects of meditation in the tradition, in the yogic tradition, in the tantric tradition, the initial object is breath. Breath is a sacred object. And then once we have become established in breath as object, we move on to the supreme meditation object, which is mantra.